Welcome, guys, to episode 2 of Canoecast. I'm Jack, and this is Matt, and we're in an undisclosed location again.
Definitely inside of a canoe. Definitely inside of a canoe.
We're gonna we're not in the canoe this episode, but we're gonna keep it as Canoecast episode 2. And Matt and I were actually just talking about some old stories about our first video game consoles ever, and I was talking about how my uncle gifted me PlayStation 1 when I was about like 8 or 9 years old. And
it's money.
He hooked
you up.
Well, no, yeah, it was nice. He hooked me up because he was moving out of his buddy's house from college that he was friends with. He was in the Coast Guard, and I think he was like moving to Virginia or something, and he just wanted to get rid of some bullshit that was in the attic that he hadn't used in a while. The PlayStation 1 was a pretty old console at the time anyway, so he ended up giving it to me, and I played that shit all the time. I had a couple different games. I had Yu-Gi-Oh! I had Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You ever played Pro Skater?
I did. I played a lot of the skate games.
You played a lot of the skate games?
Yeah.
Dude, you kind of, honestly, you got the skating vibe right now. You got the cargo shorts.
Don't tell them how I look. Don't tell them how I look.
You get the cargo shorts, you get the flamingo button-down shirt on, but you do, the hair and the facial hair, you kind of look like you should be driving a bus.
Oh my, wait. You want to see this? This is pretty funny, but...
Well, you can't see right now, but Matt's curling his mustache.
I could almost do a handlebar.
You kind of look like the worst kind of Santa Claus.
Without oil, I could almost do it.
Yeah, I'm not liking this. This is just... No, you should put it back.
This was being unkempt for so long and single.
Yeah, when was the last time you shaved your...
Well, I think my brother lost my electric razor, so before then...
That's not good.
How long? Yeah, I have to think of another. But they're like $40, and I'm very stingy.
Yeah, well, maybe you should just like take a knife to your face and just like a straight razor. I got a straight razor lineup the other day, and it was actually pretty nice. But I've never used one. My brother uses a straight razor.
I have some Cutco knives. I got a fruit peeler.
You could use a fruit peeler on your face and get rid of all that facial hair.
Oh yeah.
Well, back to the story. So I had a PlayStation 1 from my uncle that he gifted to me when he was moving. I had a couple games like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, a couple other games. You ever play I think it was like Tak and the Power of Juju?
Yes.
I think that was on PlayStation 1. Dude, that game.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
No? Well, there's just a bunch of random games. But yeah, I had it, and it was a funny story. So I went to church as a kid, and I only had one TV in my house. So right before church, I was playing PlayStation 1 in my living room, and I had the PlayStation on the floor. And I would always roll up the controllers because back in the day you had like wired controllers. You had to roll them up, put them on top of the PlayStation, make sure it's like in like a safe place. So I roll up all the controllers, I'm putting everything away, and my mom's like rushing me, like, get out of the house, like, we gotta go to church, we're gonna miss it. So then we're going to church, the PlayStation's just in the middle of the living room. For some reason, she decides to invite my like great aunt back over, and the great aunt and uncle, they're on their way back to the house, and I go inside. I'm like getting ready to unravel my controllers, play my PlayStation 1, and my great uncle, he's like blind as a bat. This dude wears like huge glasses. He walks in and steps right on my PlayStation 1, fucking breaks it.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
I know, it was awful, dude. Imagine just being like a 10-year-old kid. You're like just coming home from church, like, yeah, I get like another couple minutes to fucking play PlayStation and like go back to my save and like try and make a little bit more progress, save my game. And my PlayStation 1 was just kapooey after that.
Now, were you able to do all the puzzle levels back then? Like as a kid?
No.
Because like
as soon as you get to a level where like it requires a little bit of thinking as a kid, like the game is just over. You can't play the game anymore. Like.
Okay.
At least I couldn't. You were able to beat puzzle levels?
I was able to do most of them, but
maybe I was just like
until I got like to the water temple in Legend of Zelda. That one I couldn't do. I'd always give my brother the controller, but
I was just too slow to like process and like be able to play games like that.
Mm.
I liked multiplayer games, but I wasn't able to get Xbox Live until like I don't know, Modern Warfare 2.
Oh yeah, I was late on Xbox Live too.
You were late on Xbox
Oh
Live?
yeah.
Yeah, and then like talking to the homies, you only have like one earpiece in, and you like, and it was supposed to be surround sound, so like you could see where people were like coming from, but then, and then you have the one kid who has like the sound in the background of his microphone, or like his mom's like beating his like little brother's ass in the background.
I actually got good at Halo because of being spiteful. Because I was a kid at the time, and this kid's like, "Son of a fucking baby, I fucked your mom," and he's like, and he started cursing at me and calling me like a. I guess we could bleep this out, but he called me like a few times. And like, I got really good at Halo. I just like spent all of my time grinding. I got really fucking never met this guy again in my life, so it was very, very stupid. But as a kid, I went really fucking deep into Halo. But you know.
So you got really good at Halo because somebody over the internet called you a.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was an angry kid. Well, I wasn't an angry kid. I just needed something to direct it at, and that was
Something to laser your
that was
focus like going into
playing fucking Halo, and it was
for just hours and hours.
Halo
and hours.
3, man.
You're grinding away,
Oh yeah.
and you never met him again.
Never met him
You can
again.
never prove to him that you got better than him.
Yeah, I guess I have to find him in real life now and just kick the shit out of him as a fully grown adult.
Well, I mean, if it was like somebody at school, like, and you wanted to get better and like prove him, like,
Nope.
meet him in face and be like, "All right, pussy, like 1v1 me. I'm
Nope.
better than you at Halo."
I remember I went to a football party with at Ian's. I guess I won't even say anything else. I don't want to dox any more kids, but I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm really fucking good at Halo," and they're like, "Alright, come play it." And I'm like, "You fucking bet," and I fucking like wrecked shop. I was fucking crazy.
You
But,
cleaned up.
oh yeah.
You were the king. Everybody was like, "Let's go, Matt. You're fucking killing it." Oh, bow down. They're bowing down.
Oh yeah, bowing down. Sadly, no women other than the mothers. So didn't impress anybody that mattered, you know.
Yeah, it's impressing all the middle school girls with how good you can shoot other people in a video game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But what my first console was Nintendo 64,
Wow.
which is funny because
It was
my
your brother's?
No, we both got it, I think. But it was funny because my uncle recently gave us the Super Nintendo, like 4 years ago. You know, like the old one with the ocular rift and like the gun.
Really?
Like the really like pre Nintendo 64. And
Like almost like an arcade game. Like you're shooting like a real like.
yeah. It's crazy. But I played so much Legend of Zelda and fucking Kirby
With the gun?
games. No, on the Nintendo 64. Oh my, I want a Legend of Zelda game with guns, actually. Oh my god, that'd be so funny and out of place.
It's just not the right time for guns.
But I mean, I don't really have a lot of. Nobody stepped on my shit. I mean, when I got to the Xbox, that's when it kind of got like.
Did you ever get the Red Rings of Death?
I got like 6.
6?
I had like
You had 7 Xboxes?
me and my brother would only play Xbox, so we had like 4 or 5, and it was so
Why?
because we kept getting.
After
Red Ring.
I only had 1 Red Ring.
Really?
Yeah.
We actually melted one of the Xboxes from playing on it so much because when my brother wasn't playing it, and he played it all the time, I would then play it.
How do you do that?
We just left it on all the time.
Was there something on top of it?
I don't know.
Like did you guys put like a candle or something on it?
I don't think so. No, it was just like the internal part actually melted.
Oh.
And we took it in the GameStop. Yeah, the guy's like, "I've never seen anything like this." He's like, "You fucking melted a part of the Xbox." I'm like, "Alright." But yeah, no, with the so we had a system, which is funny. So everybody was like, "Oh, the Red Ring of Death. If you break it, it's just dead forever." And then one of my friends was like, "Yeah, I just turned it on 3 months later, and it worked again." So I started doing that. Whenever I wanted to get Red Ringed, I'd leave the other one. I'd plug in the other one, unplug that one, and leave it to the side for like a month or 2, and it'd start fucking working again.
Really?
Yeah, it happened like a lot more often than you'd think. And at some point, it was just me swapping between like the fucking memory and the Xboxes that weren't Red Ring.
Xboxes that worked and Xboxes that didn't.
Yeah.
So you had like a pile of like 4 Xboxes with Red Rings that you were like, "Oh man, yeah, that's like the oldest one. Like it needs a couple more days." And then like this more recent one, it's like, "Yeah, that one's got like 2 months."
Oh, yeah.
And then it'll start working again.
It was funny. I was cleaning the basement with the renovations, It was only 4 Xboxes. I'm like,
The fuck?
and I'm like, this is probably this
Do
is probably
any of
less
them
than we
work?
had.
Do any of them work?
I plugged in 2 of them. They both worked.
Wow.
But I think I.
You should just resell them on Facebook.
That's my brother sold them and he gave me some
Really?
of the money. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not much though. It's it's an Xbox.
Yeah, it's an
360 in
Xbox from like
2018,
fucking 15 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a. You ever get those special controllers for the Xbox or anything?
What?
Like I had a custom made one that was like a dragon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I never bought one. I would always get like the noob like white controllers
I mean, those
with like the
work.
green and like gray.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This one had fucking
classics.
wings and scales on it, so it was so awful for your hands. It
Like
was
it was like textured
Mhm.
with wings and scales.
Mhm.
How the fuck like the triggers were like wings?
No, it had wings going behind. It was really fucked. It was not good for your hands. It was my favorite controller, but I should not have used it.
Sounds like you're holding like I don't know like a fucking ornament.
Oh yeah, it had like parts of it coming up to like symbolize the thin skin on the wings, like on the parts that you gripped.
Oh yeah, I know
So
what
it
you
was
mean. I know
really
what you mean.
fucking,
The thin skin on the wings.
yeah, like I don't know, like if you see a bat, you see like that white part,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the small bone segment that just protrudes up further than the other segments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you had controllers.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys like smash them?
No,
You never got angry and like smashed them?
No, I got angry. I just fucking,
What'd you do when you got angry?
I just yelled.
Just
I just
yelled?
yeah.
Oh, you were a fucking screamer.
Well, I mean, not that much. I just be like, fuck! Because my family didn't care if I cursed.
Really?
Yeah, I had a sailor's mouth as a kid. I tried to talk slower. I'm still
Yeah, I
talking
remember that.
fast. I'm
Talk
still
slower.
talking fast. But yeah, no, I had fucking quite the mouth on me as a kid. I'd act nice in front of people, but if you saw me at home, I'd be like, fuck! Shit, piss! Like, just everything, just out the fucking door.
So you were cursing. Did your brother smash anything? Was he just a yeller? Did you get it from your brother?
Oh, my brother smashed a bunch of shit. This was back when he did kickboxing, too. Yeah, but he smashed shit all the time.
Would he kickbox the controller?
No, I don't think... That'd be pretty funny,
Just
though.
fucking toss it up when he dies in Halo and fucking kick it into the TV.
Roundhouse it into the wall, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I was like, I would hit the controller into like my own hand and be like fuck or something. I would be like, god damn it. But I don't think I ever really got angry at the game. My brother was definitely the one that would like smash it. He's probably broken like 10 controllers. We have like a graveyard. We've thrown them out now because it's been so long. But
I like how
like
you were trying what I was looking at.
my
You were trying to look at what I was. This guy was just walking by. I thought he had a Binghamton sweatshirt. I'm like, to see you fucking trying to see what I'm looking at.
what is he doing? We're in like the middle of nowhere. Is he trying to break into one of these like brand new cars next to us?
With security. I kind of hope a security guard comes over so we get on the podcast like, hey, can you
He's
guys
like
leave?
walking towards the highway and talking to himself.
That's a Binghamton graduate.
That's a Binghamton.
That's a
graduate.
Binghamton graduate if you ever seen one.
That's gonna be you in fucking 2 years. You're gonna start talking to yourself, walking the mill through empty parking lots.
That's fucking me now. I talk to myself all the time. I go to the store, I'm like, what do I fucking... I'm just talking to myself, like, what do I need? I'm just talking to myself as I'm going through the aisles.
Oh, no, you're one of those people.
I'm like I'm a madman. I'm cutting back on it quite a bit.
It's bad enough when people walk around a fucking store with a Bluetooth earpiece in and they're like having a conversation, but if you're having a conversation with yourself, that's a whole other level of like just being a dick in public.
Come on,
Like, just
man.
go to the grocery store, bring your fucking list, shut up, get your groceries, and leave.
You think I'm smart enough to make a list ahead of time?
You don't make a list?
I just go, I'm like, I need one thing. Time to go buy all the things.
And then you get back to the house and you forgot 10
Everything,
things.
yeah.
You didn't go and get toothpaste. You bought a bag of chips because that's what you saw.
It happens 100%. Like, 100% of the time I leave, I'm like, alright, I'm going to the store. I know I need this. And then I forget that one fucking thing. I'm like, but I got everything else, so it's still a complete loss. Were you a PlayStation man or Xbox?
No, I always had Xboxes growing up. I was an Xbox guy. My brother got an Xbox. We both have Xboxes now. And the fucking, like, button, they don't work. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And the controllers, like I said, my brother always smashes them.
Mm-hmm.
He just throws them right into the ground. whenever he's playing like FIFA or recently he's been playing Rocket League. He just gets so angry. It's crazy. And speaking of getting angry,
I have
at
a
video
good Rocket
games,
League story. If you
well,
want to hear.
I want to hear that, and
It
then
doesn't
I'll go
pertain
into
to
my
me.
story about getting angry at video games. I don't care. Just go.
Okay, so my one friend, I used to work out with him, so that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to.
So roid rage. This guy was angry.
No, this guy was huge, but he gained some weight and then he went back to working out again. But he had this one girlfriend, like I think she was manipulative and definitely not good for him. But I'm not the type of person to tell somebody like,
Yeah,
hey,
you can't judge.
you
You know?
fucked up there, friend. But he broke up with her
Yeah.
eventually. But his brother came over and he had a desktop set up in his room, and he's like, "Yo, can I play Rocket League on your desktop while I'm at your house?" He's like, "Sure," because they didn't live together.
Mm-hmm.
But his girlfriend wanted to fuck right then and there while he was playing Rocket League without headphones on. And they fucking did it, like, as quietly as they could, just slowly going back and forth, as this guy was just, didn't know anything that was going on and just playing Rocket League, like, all the time.
So were they like next to him?
Oh yeah, it was like
man.
5 feet. Like, there was a bed, and then like a desk with all this shit on it. It was so funny, he was like talking to his girlfriend, he's like, I can't do this right now. He's right there, he's like, now we're doing this. And then he's like,
Wait, was it the girl? Like, were they together, or, or was it like a cheating thing?
No, it wasn't
Oh,
cheating.
okay. No, I mean, it's just bad enough to like have sex right next to your roommate, but if you're
was
cheating and
his
having sex
brother.
right next,
His brother adopted though.
Oh, adopted brother? Yeah,
So
it's not that bad.
It's
if
still
it
kinda
was
fucked.
biological brother, yeah, but like adopted brother, like
You think so?
yeah. I mean, some people they don't really give a fuck about adopted people. Sadly.
Sadly.
So
So you're telling me right now is you would fuck your girlfriend in front of your adopted brother, but not in front of your actual brother. If there's a scenario, you have both of them. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
I'm not inclined to comment on that.
You're
My
not
girlfriend
inclined?
might be listening to this.
I
podcast.
will be inclined. I would do it in front of either of them. Like, how far apart are we talking? Like 3 feet maximum, you know?
3
3
feet?
feet. It only lasts 10 seconds. I have
Oh my
I have a big
God.
window of time to just pretend, oh yeah, those 5 seconds of noise you heard.
At least go
Was
into
it
a different
anything?
room.
At least?
At least.
What
go
if
into
I
a
just
room.
go into the closet of the same room?
No.
No?
Go into- I mean, you're small enough you can make that work.
Oh yeah. Is a girl. I'm trying to date a tall girl, you know, get carried around in a baby Bjorn, so this isn't gonna work, I don't think. This scenario.
All right, I'm gonna go back to my story about about me getting angry at video games. So hopefully my parents don't listen to this because I mean I've never even told them this, but
Who cares?
yeah, I mean yeah, but like they bought me a laptop after this because of what.
Oh, you're talking about?
Well, I need to clear the air here. So. When I was in high school, my addiction started in high school. When I was in high school in 8th grade, I started playing a game called League of Legends. And League of Legends ranked can get excruciatingly painful. You play a game, you're so close to winning and you lose. Your game lags and you lose off of the lag. You blame the lag. And then one day you get so angry and you get so fed up at your laptop and your terrible internet connection. You're at college and the college internet still isn't doing it for you. So you're gaming away and I'm playing with my buddies. I'm playing a game of League of Legends with I think Matt, were you there?
For the atomic, yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
I was there.
okay. Well, they call it the sonic boom, but I was in a Discord call with all of them, and we were playing League of. I don't even remember what role I was playing. It was just a blur, and I got so angry that I slammed my table. I took off my headset, grabbed the bottom of my laptop, and flipped it on my desk, where the laptop closed, and it landed on the top of the screen. So I flipped over my laptop like really fast and hard. And yeah, I tried to open it back up and I think it was making noise because at that time the headset unplugged, but then it just shut off. I think I ended up snapping the hard drive in half from the centripetal
Well,
is that the word?
centripetal, yeah.
Centripetal force, yeah. From or the mock speed that I flipped the fucking laptop over on my desk. And then, I basically lost all my work for the entire semester as an architecture student. That's like terrifying. And I had luckily been able to back up some of my stuff off of a hard drive and, start from a couple months earlier. And, I had to work on the school computers for the end of the semester. It was like 3 months.
Did you tell us that you flipped it? I always thought that you just punched the fucking shit out of it. Because
No.
all you heard was just you angrily yelling and then a fucking slam. And then it went silent.
No, I slammed the desk, which is where you might have heard the slam, but then I threw the laptop up with a force and it flipped over and it died instantly. And then, of course, I got a new laptop, and I didn't pay for it because I was broken in college. And
Your parents paid for it?
my parents paid for it. It's a pretty nice laptop. I still have it to this day. I haven't Sonic Boomed it.
You don't want an upgrade yet.
I never plan on Sonic Booming it. That would not be fun.
You gonna die with that laptop?
I mean, I think I should, just as a reminder that you don't get angry at video games. And if you do, at least don't break the shit you're playing on.
I can't believe I've never gotten angry enough to throw like.
So I guess I am the kind of video game player that smashes shit, but I never smashed my controllers.
I only
smashed
controllers.
a fucking $500 laptop.
And whenever you hear me smash, like it's always my desk. Like it's always, and especially because I have a
Hitting
desktop.
the desk is a classic.
Well, yeah, of course. It's like if I don't hit the computer, it's not gonna break it, which isn't 100% true. But that thought helps with the process.
Yeah, if your computer's on the desk and you hit the desk, you might have a problem. But if your computer's on the floor, the desk is fair game.
Oh yeah. Kick the wall.
Kick the wall. You're a wall kicker.
Break the drywall.
I've kicked the ceiling once.
You've
kicked
kicked
a hole in the ceiling when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was on the top bunk, and my brother was on the bottom, obviously, and. I don't know what happened. I probably did some stupid shit, and my dad punished me. He was like, "Go to your room," and then I end up going to my room, and I jump onto the top bunk. I would literally leap from this ladder that went up to the top bunk, right onto the wooden like slats that go across it, and they would like crack every time because I was above the weight limit for this bed. Obviously, I'm a tall kid. I'm big. I'm big boned. I'm heavy. So I'm jumping over this, and sometimes the wooden slats would crack and break, and like my brother would get so scared. He'd be like, "You fucking idiot! Like, stop jumping on your bed." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not even trying to. I'm just trying to, maneuver myself as quick as possible, right up next to my pillow, just so I can go to bed." So, anyways. I'm laying down in my bed and I'm so angry. I'm like kicking and screaming, classic child tantrum. And then I put my feet on the ceiling because, I'm tall. I'm able to do that. I'm on my top bunk on my bed. My ceilings aren't like tremendously high. So then I'm like, fuck. And I just take my one foot and I kick it up straight into the ceiling. And then I'm like, oh fuck. Like you can't pull the ceiling down to try and hide this. Like nobody puts fucking posters on their ceiling. I mean, did you as a kid? You probably never put posters on your ceiling.
I was the bottom bunk, so I did not have the
So you're a bottom? I was a top.
Well, I was at first the top bunk. I was like, I talked my brother into letting me do it, but I moved around too much in my sleep. So I'd wake up on the floor.
From the top bunk?
Yeah, I'd wake up on the floor. I'm like, my body hurts for some reason. And it happened like 3 times. My brother's like, yeah, I'm just taking the top bunk. I'm like, okay, you do.
And then would you still fall out of the bottom bunk?
No, I did not fall out once. I think it was just the top bunk. Maybe my brother was just kicking me off it to try to get me to sleep in the bottom bunk. Because back then, I was a heavy enough sleeper to fall like out of the top bunk and then wake up the next morning on the floor. That's why I am quite slow to that. That's where the came from, actually.
Really?
No.
Well, my one buddy, he was asking, he was like, "Oh, what kind of accent does your friend have?" I was like, "Dude, I don't know if I want to ruin it for you."
Oh yeah, let's cut out the part of me saying the.
Yeah, you do have an accent.
We have to let them, bring in some people to be
exactly.
like, he's so.
Oh my God, what is he, Australian?
He
thought you were Australian.
He's so cultured. Oh my God.
Wow.
They think
there's a podcast with an Australian kid?
I got called at work and this guy's like, I'm like, oh, is your name Xavier or Javier? Because it was spelled Javier.
Why was your name spelled Javier?
But he was Xavier, and I'm like, all right, good to know. I'm like, now I know for the future. He's like, oh,
Oh wait, you were asking him?
yeah, and
Oh.
then he's like, are you from Australia? And I'm like, you hit the button, the fucking thing you never do. My boss thought I was from Britain, so he bought me my
Tea
old
and crumpets?
boss. So he bought me jam, and he said it'll go good with the croissant and toast in the morning. And I'm like, ooh, my god, that's fucked in like all levels.
Jesus Christ.
He was really nice though. I used the jam. I'm very appreciative of it. But the reasons you gave it to me were wrong. Yeah, but bringing it back to the drywall, but we wouldn't break it like on purpose. We'd, cause our door would go inwards and the wall was right there. So when we'd open the door angrily, the doorknob would just go into the fucking drywall. And it's so funny because you could see the different levels of it, because we did it so many times that you can see like, oh, that one's
How many
yellowing.
times it was spackled
Yeah,
over?
yeah, it's like that one's yellowing, it's old, but it's not as old as the back layer.
It's like when you cut a fucking tree,
Yeah.
and like you see the circles, and like, oh, I mean, I'm not a botanist or anything, but this tree's got to be at least like 80 years old.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of fucking rings.
I think we just gave up on painting it too. So like when you get really far back, it's actually like the green of my wall.
Jesus.
But that was it really. I mean, I think I put a huge hole in the wall in the basement when I don't know if you ever did this as a kid, but me and my siblings are wild. That's why I got stuck in a dryer which turned on at some point.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
You can't just say that and not tell me about it.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
All right,
but,
we'll circle
I
back.
think I put a huge hole in the wall, but what we did was we used to get in a basket and slide down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
I think we used to have mats at my house, and we would put mats down on our staircase, and we'd slide down in hampers, I think.
Oh yeah, so we did the huge square bins, but I took up too much speed, and then it flipped at the bottom, and I just went straight into the drywall, and there was like a boy-shaped hole in the wall.
A boy-shaped
Boy-shaped hole in the wall.
How do you explain that one? You guys are just horsing around?
Oh yeah, my dad was a construction worker, so he fixed up everything quick. He's like, just have fun, just fucking go with
Just keep breaking shit.
Yeah, when I got stuck in the dryer, he's like, you know what? Put him back in. I don't think he learned his lesson. Put him back. A few more minutes.
All right, so how'd you get stuck in the dryer?
We were playing hide and seek. I could tie this back to a teacher I fucking hate too. But, we were playing hide and seek, me and my siblings.
Hide and seek at your house?
Hide and seek at my house. And my genius is like, they'll never check the dryer. But my first thought was, are they going to turn on the dryer? And they did for like a little bit while I was in it.
For how long?
I wouldn't say more than like 10, 15 seconds. Still a lot though, because that's literally, it's spinning and every metal piece like hitting you every time.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, but
Did anything happen?
No. I just got bruised.
Is that how you got
Cutting that out.
Okay.
No, but maybe I became slower. But I did get better at school before this, and I was still doing well. So
You might have CT from the 15 seconds of the dryer.
put your kids in the dryer. They'll only do better in school once you do this.
Wait, you did better in school?
Yeah, I did better in school. Well, but I did better in school continuously through middle school and high school.
After you got put in the
After I
dryer.
got put in the dryer, yeah.
So there's a direct correlation between
Direct
children who get
correlation.
stuck in dryers and doing well in school.
Listen here, parents, if you listen... fucking any parent.
Yeah, there's definitely no parents.
Alright, listen, listeners, when you have kids, just put them in the dryer for a few minutes every so often.
Do they have to be of a certain age? Like, let's give them good advice here. Let's not just tell them to put babies
I was
in the dryer.
in third grade.
Third grade?
Second or third grade.
All right, so you have to at least have, I don't know, matured a fair bit of maturity.
Yeah, but so I told my
Not pre-puberty though. Pre-puberty, but like not a baby.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
We'll say in between like a child and puberty.
No, we don't start the early programs. We don't start them off as babies. We got at least 1 year.
At least 1 year.
We have to make sure the soft
No,
spot
you
on the head
can't.
is gone.
Oh my god.
But tying it back to the teacher I hate, I was telling my friend about it because you just tell kids stories. But I'm like, oh yeah, I got put in a dryer that got turned on one time. He's like, how the fuck did you do that? And the teacher overheard me and she's like, how's your home life? I'm like, what? It's like, do I need to call your parents and
Oh no.
do special services? I'm like, lady,
CPS.
My sister, who was a year older than me, was the one who turned on the dryer. I'm like, if you want to call the cops on her, I mean, she was probably she was nosy and annoying back then. I'm like, yeah, fucking just call the police on her if you want to, man.
Yeah, take away my sister.
Take her out of there. She's still a little nosy. She's still. Don't tell her I told you.
Yeah, she's not listening.
I told them, like, oh yeah, me and my friend are gonna go record some audio. It's like, nature noises. I'm like, yep, that's what we're doing.
Nature noises?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I mean, we have gone hiking.
Yeah, we have.
So
I don't think we said hike. Well, I mean, maybe now I'm getting healthier, but back then, oh my god.
Yeah, you were bad.
Oh my god.
You weren't able to move.
I was. Oh, we almost at the top. Matt, we left the car.
We haven't changed elevation.
Matt, we're still in the parking lot. I'm gonna wait in the car. Uber Eats something over here. Yep.
I'm trying to think of any like teachers that I hate to like tie it back to like teachers.
Oh, I hated my 4th grade teacher. I'm not gonna say a name, but
you have a story about your 4th grade teacher?
he was a bitch. Well, I was also delinquent. So
in 4th grade.
Oh yeah, so we had, like the break times we had. So there was a
recess.
No, like the break time in class, where he was like, all right, everybody just go talk to each other, do whatever the fuck you want,
You had that?
Yeah, you didn't have that.
I don't know. I can't remember 4th grade.
So the anger from the atomic slam is just clouding all your mental from 6th grade. But yeah, no. So we had that free time, and there was a table in the back of the class. And
like the computer table?
No, it was just covered in papers and shit. And me and my friends would just. So I determined, because I'm a fucking goddamn genius. I determined for anybody else, I could just go underneath there and hide, and then sometimes not do as much schoolwork as the other kids. So me and my friends would always go back sometimes.
What if the teacher just like knew you were back there and like?
She did a lot of times. Yes, he caught me. But I knew that elementary school principal really well, like to the point where he'd, like the closet in the pencil, he'd be like, hey Matt, can you go get me something from there since you've been here so goddamn much and know where everything is?
Remember, there was a story or a rumor going around.
Twinkies?
Yes.
Yes,
Did you have Twinkies?
There was a box of Twinkies.
No.
But at the time, it
true.
was used to store materials, but before then,
it was just Twinkies?
I can't say. I mean, it could have been. Maybe she got the Twinkie box from like a coworker.
The Twinkies were real.
They were always real.
I can't believe
You just
that.
had to be a delinquent to find out.
Everybody at school said that our principal in elementary school would hoard Twinkies. Like, she would always eat Twinkies.
Oh yeah,
it was
dude.
True.
I got sent to the fucking principal's office so much.
Was she eating a Twinkie when you went there?
No, never. She was eating desserts.
She was never in the act.
She was
always eating desserts
sometimes. No, not always, but sometimes. But like, I got sent I got some kids to put me in a bass case and just like walk around.
Like the instrument?
Yeah, like the instrument in elementary school. I got sent to principal for that. I punched the Yoo-hoo container. And that shit exploded all over. Like right behind me, there was a kid sitting right behind me. A friend of mine, Kevin. But I covered him in Yoo-hoo that day. And I'm like, Kevin, I'm so sorry, but it's kind of funny. But he's like, no, that's fine. I still got invited to his parties and Boy Scouts and everything, but it's fine. But it was so funny. I used to play Bloody Knuckles too.
Bloody Knuckles.
Yeah,
I remember that. That was a good game.
In elementary school. Kind of fucked.
What do you mean fucked?
Cause
it built character.
Oh, I guess you're right, yeah.
Yeah. Kids weren't fucking
I used to,
bleep that out.
I used to throw my
We're a clean podcast.
We're clean. Let's D-dox 5 people in the first day. We're clean, baby.
We're clean.
Never before.
No, they're clean podcasts.
Of course, yeah.
Not
us,
though. They do well, too. They're going to do better than we'll ever do.
Oh my god, you kidding me? I don't even know why we're still fucking... I mean, I know why we're still doing it. I'm just sad it takes up time. But, I used to also throw my lunch across the lunchroom. Well, did you go to...
Yeah.
Oh, so you probably remember me.
Well, now you gotta bleep that out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But, so what I would do is, if I found something I didn't like a specific sandwich or an apple, or like a fruit, the fruit I would roll across. But the sandwich I
The floor?
Yeah. Like the entire lunchroom floor.
You would just throw shit.
Yeah, I just throw shit.
Why?
Oh, fuck it. I was a kid. I didn't fucking think about it. And it's so funny, this guy in high school.
Did anybody ever throw something back?
I got the fruit rolled back to me sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
You just playing like catch in the cafeteria?
Oh yeah, they did not like it though. They did not like it. But this one guy in high school, he's like, check out what I do, and he's like, he just took off a piece of Pop Tart and threw it like in the orchestra hall and it hit somebody. I'm like, boy, you fucking late to this game. Like, hit up my fucking 3rd grade self. Like, that was it though. That was well, actually I went to the principal once in middle school.
You did? I did too.
What? Well, I got sent there because somebody was falsely accused of beating me up. My best friend at the time punched my shoulder while we were going in the hallway, and I didn't see behind me, but the vice principal and teacher were there, and they grabbed him by his arms and took him to the office. And it's so funny. His mother I went to ride his bike to his mother, and he's like, she was like, I told the principal to just talk to you. You're his best friend, and he was the one who hit you jokingly. I got called in I can't say his name. I got called into the vice principal's office. That shit was 20 degrees, like, colder than it was outside. Like, he had the AC blasting. I guess it was like an intimidation tactic. But it was so funny. He's like,
an intimidation tactic for it to be cold in the room?
Yeah. It's like, well, because he came in later than me.
What the fuck is that intimidating?
I was freezing. Oh, this guy's about to find.
Matt getting sidetracked by shit that's happening outside of
this in this industrial lake.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's so funny. He's like, did that boy hit you? Are you being bullied? Is he threatening you to tell you to not talk to me? I'm like, I've known that kid 12 years. I'm like, I'm his best friend. I'm like, no, he didn't hit me. And he's like, I'm like, can I go? He's like, I don't know if I've answered all the questions. I'm like, you've asked me the same question 6 different times. Like, it's not a different fucking question. It was always the same fucking question. And this guy's like, alright, you're free to go. I'm like, alright, thank you. It's so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I was in like extra help for math in the morning, and I was with this kid, Matt, and he was like showing someone else like a picture on his phone. I don't even know what the fuck it was. If it was like a car, like a girl or something. And I was just being nosy. So I looked over and I peeped at his phone and I was like, oh, dude, nice pic. And I like punched him on the shoulder a little bit, you know, like give him like a little like, just a little like bro tap. So I bro tapped his shoulder. Bro tap. That's the name of the episode. I bro tapped his shoulder. And we just went about our day. He didn't say anything. He wasn't like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why'd you bro tap my shoulder? Or why'd you punch me?
Why'd you bro tap my That's why you know that it was the elementary school. Why'd you bro tap me, man?
Why'd you fucking bro tap me, dude?
Bro, stop bro tapping me.
Bro, stop bro tapping me, bro.
The birthday punches. Bro tap 1. Bro tap 2. Bro tap 3. Bro.
So yeah, I definitely bro tapped him. It was not a punch. So then we have art class together, and it had to be 3 periods later. So my table was in the middle of the classroom, of course. So every time we had to do a demonstration, the teacher would come over to our table and be like, all right, guys, gather around. I'm going to show you what to do. She sits down at the table and starts to do some shit. And then the phone rings and the kid's behind me and he punches me in the back. When you get punched, what's your jerk reaction? You turn around and you punch him back. So I turned around and defended myself and I punched him in the stomach. And it was retribution for his, apparently. He was getting retribution for me punching him earlier. It was a fucking bro tap, dude. It was not a punch.
Whatever.
So yeah, then I ended up getting called down to the principal because the whole class told on him, said that he punched me. And then he got sent down to the principal first. And then the teacher was like, in class, everybody should act like Jack and not turn around and punch him back. And then the freaking girl next to me stands up and goes, Mrs. Whatever.
Oh, no.
He did punch back. And then I got sent down to the principal's office.
And then you punched her right then and there.
No, I didn't.
You knocked the ground on the.
No,
just
I would
a bro
never
tap
punch
to
a
the
woman.
face.
I would never punch her.
How? She's unconscious on the floor.
I fucking bro tapped her right in the mouth after that.
Dude,
At full Mach 12
Did you ever
speed.
get detention or anything?
Yeah. Right after that, I got sent down to the principal's office, and we ended up having to have a discussion about it. And I had 1 day of detention. And when I went to detention, you could tell it was all the kids that got detention because they were there all the time. And they were like, "Whoa, Jack! Like you're in detention? What'd you do?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, this kid Matt, he punched me." It wasn't you, by the way. It wasn't you, Matt. It was a different Matt.
I figured that out.
It was a different Matt. A different Matt punched me in the back. And then I turned around and I punched him, and they were like, "Oh, what the fuck? That's self-defense. Like, you shouldn't be in detention." And it was weird. It literally, did you feel like detention? Were you in detention in middle school, right?
I was in.
How long was it for?
It was for a day, and it was
A whole
because
day?
I missed the homework.
Was it like an ISS or was it just like detention after school?
Detention after school. It was because.
So you had to do like the chain and ball P line, right? Where everybody's like, you go to the same bathroom and you go in and you're all standing behind each other and you're not allowed to like look around or like have your phone or anything, and you have to just go to the bathroom.
I think
It was so
yeah.
stupid. It was just like a 3 hour timeout after school.
Oh, I took my phone out. It was just it's funny because I talk about all these things I did in like elementary school to get detention, like sliding across the floor with my coat when it was freshly waxed. I got sent to the principal for that. I get fucking detention for one missed homework.
Why were you doing that? For attention?
Yeah, it's fun.
Just for fun?
Just for fun, yeah. Because like
Just being rambunctious?
when that floor was newly waxed, I was like, I got a nice coat that I could just slide on. So I would penguin slide like on the floor.
How do you learn to slide across a freshly waxed floor?
I was sliding across it somewhat with my
Your feet?
my feet, and I'm like, I could do this with my body. And I'm like, yeah, I
Fucking
did it.
penguin.
Listen, man, the mind of a child is simple, but also I don't know where I was going with this. It's simple, but also an enigma, I guess. They have
dumb,
great ideas
dumb like
come out of
childish
nowhere.
ideas can be like incredible. It can
Oh,
be
yeah.
like genius.
I would never have thought to slide across the floor as an adult
Yeah.
if I didn't know that I already thought about it as a child and did it. That's why I got to do everything as a child.
Yeah, do it before you can go to real jail.
So you'll never have to worry about peaking if you do everything before that point.
Have you peaked yet?
I don't fucking know, man. Maybe?
Imagine peaking in high school. I don't think I peaked yet.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, if this podcast picks up, maybe we'll peak then.
We're on the up and up, Matt.
On
Our
the up
stock
and up?
is going up right now.
I mean, I'm single and lonely, so I guess
You hear that, ladies? Hit up Matt. Matt's single and lonely.
I peaked.
You did not peak. Do not say that.
I mean, I'm going to EU.
You're going to Europe?
Yeah.
When?
September.
September.
I want to peak then. Just for that one
You're
week.
gonna peak in
that
Europe?
1 week period, I'm gonna
See,
peak.
what you gotta do, this is what I did in Europe. You gotta realize that you're in another country
Mm-hmm.
and you're never gonna see any of these people ever again.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just
We can
mean
bleep
like
that
go
out.
like go up to people, be sociable, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, don't give a fuck.
I'm
Because
always
nobody's
sociable.
nobody's gonna know you. They're just gonna be like, oh, who's this random guy in Europe? And then you go back to New York in an undisclosed location and
Doing undisclosed illegal things in European countries where they can't catch you because you're on a train to a
oh, you're
different
going to
city.
that European country
Oh,
where you
yeah.
can do everything.
No.
No?
No.
Different European country.
Well, those are pretty much all the European countries in America.
It's all legal now?
compared to America, that's like, yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But, I mean, it's not
I
as
know-
much as Amsterdam.
I
It's
know.
nowhere near
Yeah, I
as
was gonna
much
say
as
Amsterdam. Like you can like fuck hookers and like do
The red light district, baby. That's where I'm gonna find me
That's
in
where you're
EU
going.
in the red-
Find you in EU.
Oh yeah, baby.
I could see you in Amsterdam. I've never been, but I could see you there.
Oh yeah. Oh, my sister and her boyfriend went.
For,
Well,
like, their
boyfriend at
honeymoon?
the time. No, they wouldn't. They moved to Colorado at the time, and they were telling me about it. They're like, oh yeah, there was a pot store and there was also a bakery. So it's like, oh, you could buy everything. There was beanbag chairs and people in those Jamaican
What the
hats.
fuck?
I'm like, that's awesome.
You could buy
but it's-
beanbag chairs from
it's-
a bakery.
It's also cursed. Well, no, it's just like you know how they, like Starbucks, you have like tables and seats? They had like
Yeah.
beanbag chairs and what you'd expect from like a place that's trying too hard to be pothead friendly, but also a tourist trap in Europe, you know?
yeah.
But, it's funny, so he was telling me, he's like, yeah, he bought a really big bong on the plane with him, and he had to go through customs, and he got stopped at every place, but it was clean, so he's like, Sir, I haven't used it. There's no illegal substances. You can't do anything to me. This could be used for tobacco. But he got stopped at, and this is like a big bond. I don't condone all drugs. I don't condone all drugs, but I find it funny.
Yes, Matt. Good job. You're doing great.
But it's so funny to me.
I also second that, and I do not condone all drugs. Advil's pretty good. Tylenol.
But yeah, he had like a
anti-allergy medicine.
He had a full foot like glass bomb. It's like he got fucking tipped everywhere. He's like, oh, we need to examine you for a random check. He's like, it's not random. It's not.
Did they stick a finger in his ass?
I haven't asked. Maybe that's why he was so secretive when he came back.
He was quiet to himself.
Yeah, he was quiet to himself. He was so different. A finger in the ass, it changes a man.
I bet. I haven't experienced that yet. Can you say the same?
How many fingers we? I had a prostate exam.
Wait, a prostate exam?
You gotta get them soon, man.
We're getting old. We're old enough for a prostate.
I think you have to be 40, right? That's the recommended age.
We are not getting. I mean, we're closer to a prostate exam than we are to when we were born.
Well, how much? That is true.
Yeah.
Every day we're closer.
Every day we're closer to
prostate two exam. Things. It's death and prostate exam.
Oh no!
And one is worse than the other.
I don't want one. That's gonna be so uncomfortable. Is that a purse out there?
Oh, it is. All right, let's drive by.
Should we go check it? See if it has a rightful owner, and return it, dude. Did we tell the wallet story?
Oh, the one where I think so, right?
Did we tell in the last podcast?
Or was that when we were paddling back?
I don't know if it. I think it was when we were paddling back. Dude, this looks empty. It's open. There's no chance there's anything in here.
Well, there might be an ID. We can still.
I'm gonna go check the.
That was Zach opening the canoe door, by the way. All right. This is Matt and Zach. Thanks for listening to Canoecast. Come back next week for another episode. Hopefully.
Let's end it on that. That was good, Nat. All right, see you guys. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe.